Hi, team, and all of our partners out there. This is Andy Bales from Union Rescue Mission, bringing you another report. We do have to report when times are good, and also need to report when times are tough. This is the week after Easter, the Sunday of Thomas's doubting, but I want to encourage you, though it's been a challenging week, don't join Thomas in his doubts about the power of Christ. Christ is with us through this, and he will never leave us or abandon us. And I'll close with some words about Jesus Christ when we get there. All of our guests at Union Rescue Mission, all who are still on site, are being tested today by the Los Angeles Department of Health Services, who we invited in. We not only invited them in to assist us in caring for our guests, but we invited them in to move our guests to safety, especially our most vulnerable guests, our frail and elderly guests. With that, I can say that we have moved 178 vulnerable people, frail and elderly, to off-site locations, more private lodging, so that they are safer and out of harm's way from this dreaded ferocious monster virus that has come into our lives. I posted yesterday that no one invited this in, right? I also posted that playing the blame game will not help anyone get through any of this. Only working and fighting together will. No one should come out of this tarnished because this dreaded virus has come upon us. All we can do is do our best, which we are trying to do. We, again, I want to repeat, others have said otherwise, but we invited Los Angeles County, we even sped up LA County to come in and move our precious, most vulnerable people off-site. I was thrilled to hear what one of the elderly sweet ladies said when she got to the private hotel room. They asked her, the nurse asked her how she was doing, and she said, I can't breathe. Or I think the nurse said, are you breathing okay? And she says, I can't breathe. I'm so excited, and I'm smiling so much. I really can't breathe. And the nurse said that her smile was from ear to ear, and it made the nurse's day to hear that from one of our precious guests. We also need to tell you that somehow 3 of our frail elderly women guests have made their way back to Union Rescue Mission on their own from the hotel site, and so we're not sure what we're going to do about that. But many folks, many frail elderly folks, chose to stay at Union Rescue Mission because they think of it as their home. And we appreciate the county of Los Angeles and the city of Los Angeles and Heidi Marston and her crew at Los Angeles Homeless Services for doing everything they can to help us place our ladies safe in private lodging out of harm's way, as well as our men safe in private lodging out of harm's way. Again, want to repeat, 178 precious people have left our building, and we are down to, I believe, 487 inside of our building. Quite a decompression of the guests at Union Rescue Mission for safety's sake. And again, we asked the county to help us with that. And we don't mind moving people out to safer quarters while we upgrade our cleaning system and do everything possible to cooperate with the county and keep people safe. That's what we're all about. I also want to say that it's fortunate that we were the one place where all of these frail and elderly ladies could come in order that they could move to safety. Otherwise, they'd have been on the streets. And some folks want to misreport things, but That's the honest truth. Men and women were under our roof, nearly 1,000, because we were the place that would not turn them down and welcome them in. And now they can safely be sent in private ambulances, which they were all this week. I do want to give you the tough news. Everybody knows we had one staff member who passed away, Gerald Sharoma. Fortunately, his story's been told. He came in, made a tremendous recovery, and got back on his feet, found new life, new community, a new family before coming down with COVID-19 and perishing April 7th, I believe it was, when we lost Gerald. A beloved teammate, a good man, a brand new man, which is what we're all about. We've also had 17 others test positive. 16 others test positive for the COVID-19. 16 guests. No other staff that I know of is COVID-19 positive, but we do have 16 guests, and they are out in quarantine. Our third floor men are in quarantine until April 24th. Our second floor men are in quarantine until April 28th. No one at Hope Gardens has come down with this COVID-19. We're going to hope that we keep it that way. And again, if you think of the nursing homes and what's happening there, Union Rescue Mission was much like a giant 1,000-person nursing home. And yet, so far, unfortunately, we've lost one staff member. Fortunately, no other staff members. And unfortunately, we've had 17 guests test positive, but fortunately, no other guests have tested positive. And that's the tough news we need to share. We're going to continue in this battle. We're going to work together. We're not going to lose heart. Shared with my teammates today, our teammates, that much like Jesus suffered, we are going to suffer for a while, but with the power of Christ, we have him with us. Like him, we're going to learn what it's like to not get your own way. Maybe we will be weaned off of the sin of getting our own way through this suffering. I know we'll become better. We'll build our character. Our team is growing together in unity. We're drawing closer to Christ, which is the only response when the roaring lion, Satan, lion as in Lion, roaring lion, Satan attacks us. The only thing we can do to combat that is draw closer to Christ. We love and appreciate all your support. I put out a cry today for paper towels and Clorox 4-to-1 formula, cleaning formula. Yesterday, not only did we clean thoroughly, but we had a friend, Nye, come and spray a special antivirus spray throughout the mission. Today, all our guests were tested. Tomorrow, every staff member who wants to can be tested positive from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. up on our rooftop. All of our staff on site are going to be tested tomorrow. Keep us in your prayers. We can't thank you enough. Never faced a time like this. I just told a Fox News reporter I've faced some tough times. Type 1 diabetes from age 13, heart attacks as a young man, heart and kidney failure during the Great Recession. Can't top that very easily. A few years later, I lost my right leg from flesh-eating disease, from feces on Skid Row. But we've never faced anything like this pandemic that has come after us. But God is faithful. We can do it through him. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you.